Hey guys, welcome back to Just Being a Mom podcast. And today on episode 30, wait, can we just talk about how there's 30 episodes and that I'm on episode 30? Isn't that crazy? No, I mean, that just kind of happened quick. But you guys had better listen to all 30, okay? I'm counting on you guys. But anyways, so today on episode 30, we are talking about homeschool. Is it great? Is it not great? Is it awesome? Is it not awesome? Is it crazy? Is it not crazy? Who knows? Let's find out. So anyways, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've started homeschooling Elijah. I guess we can't really call it homeschooling, but, that's what we're calling it. Because technically, homeschooling, you don't really have to start schooling until, he's, 6 years old or something. And that's when you have to start, submitting work into, the state. And you have to file, paperwork so that they know that you're not a negligent parent and you're just not taking your kid to school. So stuff like that. Right now, we're just meeting up, just trying to build, consistency, with his friends and, doing activities together, and we're learning. So it's basically we created this little preschool, and we meet an hour. We meet for 1 hour, 2 times a week, and every other week we'll do a field trip, and it's super cute. I love it because I used to be a teacher, so I get to still teach at least other kids. I've been teaching Elijah this whole time, but sometimes it gets boring with just one baby. So it's fun to get for him to get to play with other kids. And so, yeah, it's been working out really great. I'm really excited about things to come with it, and just to see Elijah grow and learn, and I'm just being a mom. But anyways, so if you're thinking about homeschool, I would definitely keep your mind open to it if you're able to do it. Not everybody's able to do it. Not everybody wants to do it. Some moms are just no, y'all can have that. Some moms are yeah, I want to know more. Let's find out. Well, there are plenty of benefits to homeschooling. For starters, just the fact that there's one-on-one, that the benefit of one-on-one is amazing, because you can tailor the teaching to the way the child receives information, because in a class full of 30 kids, everybody receives information differently. So a lot of kids get looked over. That's just the name of the game. They still have to move on with the next lesson to, for the majority of the class. And that's why it's important that if your kid is getting lost in school, make sure you get them a tutor, or just find some type of help for them. I know lots of schools offering free after school tutoring. I know I've seen teachers stay late to help kids. So there's always, I feel like teachers go above and beyond for their students. Of course you have, your ones that don't. But a lot of the teachers that I know, they have always gone above and beyond, and they're amazing. So just reach out to your teachers, your principals. If your child is falling behind or feeling you can't keep up, definitely reach out for help. Your school is there to support you. That's their job. That's what they're supposed to do. But another great thing about homeschool, just the focus on family. He spends more time with family. He's not bogged down with homework. He only goes to school for a few hours a day, so it's not majority of his day. He can spend time working on his craft, his passions, what drives him, and just things that he's really interested in. And in all those things that he's interested in too, those are learning opportunities for him as well. Say he's interested in fishing or something. That would be a great opportunity to teach him math, science, a plethora of things. We could read about fish. We could learn a lot of stuff about fish, marine biology, things like that. So it's definitely things that you can take. I like how you can take their interest and you can build off of everything that they're interested in and you can grow and learn that way. I like just how flexible it is to like say he is like thriving. He's got like a career. So if he is thriving in that, like one of these kid actors or like kids who play professional sports, like they all homeschool. And not saying that this is what I want for Elijah, but just saying if he does have something that he's interested in building, even if it's a business, even if it's his career, he has the time and the focus to do that because he's at homeschool. And also another thing about homeschool, I'm able to teach him family morals and values, and I don't have to worry about him learning the wrong things. I mean, okay, I'm going to go on a side note because y'all know how I like to do. So about that, I know he's going to learn other things from other people, and I'm fine with that. I know he's probably going to learn the wrong things here and the wrong things there. My goal is for him to always be able to mentally bring it back home and to bring it back to his upbringing, to know that, hey, I wasn't really raised that way. Like, I know that's the wrong thing. I'm not going to get into that. Or like to just be able to discern what's good information to take in, what good information to leave out, because I want him to hear other people's opinions, other people's experiences, and other people's wrong information that they may be giving out. I want him to know that, but I want him to be able to have a strong mind and discern what information is good for me, what is right and wrong. But anyways, so those are just some things that I really like about homeschool. I strongly feel like why we chose homeschool is because I feel like it's a lot safer. I remember the first time I even thought about homeschool because I was a teacher. So I was just like, oh, I'm going to send him to school. I love school. I love kids, blah, blah, blah. But it was the Sandy Hook incident at the school, at the school where all the kids died. And not all of them, but we all know what happened at Sandy Hook. And that was the first time I was just like, I'm sending my kid to homeschool. Like, my kid's getting homeschool. Just, But, I was just, like, flippantly saying it, like, whatever. Like, forget this. Like, I'm sending my kid's going to homeschool. School's not safe. But I was just kind of like, just one off, kind of just saying it. And then, like, these shootings just kept happening, and I just kind of still like went off saying it, but then it kept like, now I'm like getting a little more serious about it. Like, oh, let me see. But there's other things like the thing is that I don't want Elijah to be a number either. Like, I don't want him to be one of those kids that's looked over, looked past, or, that gets left behind because he can't keep up. Because I was that child. I just struggled in school. And it's not that I didn't try. It's just that it was harder for me. And I just never could understand, like, how it was so easy for kids to make A's and I was just like, no matter how hard I worked, sometimes granted, I didn't work hard, but sometimes I really, really did, and I still didn't succeed. So it was just like, I don't want him to have those same struggles. So I want to set him up the best I can to be able to be a lover of learning, and for learning to not be necessarily easy, but to be enjoyable for him. I just remember I just had not so enjoyable experience with school. What I don't want to happen is I have heard a lot of adults that were homeschooled as children say like, oh, I wish I would have gone to school. I wish my mom didn't keep me in homeschool. So I have heard a lot of that from homeschool adults. But I do feel strongly that God has us going this route for a certain reason, and it's gonna, I don't know, the thing is I don't know the reason. I just know that I need to lean in and trust God because he has sent us this direction, and I don't know why. I'm sure I'm gonna wake up one day, he's gonna be a teenager, and I'm gonna be like, this is why we're homeschooling, or this is why God wanted us to do this. Because I'm telling you, I was just gonna vaccinate him and just send him on to school, because I was just like, well, I don't know how I'm going to be feeling. What if I don't want to homeschool? Like, I was just second guessing all these things. And then they passed a law where unvaccinated kids couldn't go to school. And I was just like, oh, like, should we just vaccinate him? Like, kind of up in the air. And then I just felt like this push from God. He was just like, no, Shelby, this is what I'm telling you to do. Like, you are supposed to be homeschooling. Elijah's supposed to be homeschooled. So this is what I need you to just follow through with my plan and just trust me that I have a reason to why I'm doing this. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know if he's going to be producing movies or playing basketball or playing piano or doing something that's going to be taking up the rest of his time, or he needs this time to create something amazing. Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? Not saying that Elijah has to do any of those things, but I'm just saying God has a plan. I just, sometimes you just got to wonder what it is, okay? But anyways, I don't want this to be an episode about like bashing the school system either, because I do believe in the school system. I have seen it work for a lot of kids. I went to school, you probably went to school. Like there are amazing teachers and there's amazing programs. And of course, parents have to send their kids to school if they're a working parent. Just if you just don't know how to homeschool, you feel like this is what we've always done. I send my kids to school, I pick my kids up, they learn what they need to learn. I don't have to worry about it. But what am I trying to say? This always happens, guys, always. But anyways, so I don't want to feel like I'm, no, really, what am I trying to say? I don't want to bash the school system because, I have learned a lot of great things in school, and I've had a lot of great experiences in school, and I just don't want Elijah to feel like he's missing out on anything. So I want to be able to provide this amazing experience to where he doesn't feel like he's missing out or ever want to go to school. But I'm sure one day he's going to ask if he can go, and I'm just going to tell him this is why. And eventually when he gets a lot older, maybe like a teenager, I'll let him decide, like, hey, if you want to get vaccinated, it's up to you. I think you're old enough to make this decision for your body, blah, blah, blah. And then if he wants to go to school, I'll let him go. But that's here nor there. Like I said, we don't know what's going to happen. I feel like God has a plan. But anyways, schools are great. If you have to send your kids to school, all I would just say is just like, make sure you're involved as much as you can be, because, like at school, a lot of these kids are just a number. The teachers some of the teachers just don't care, and just look out for your kid. The bullying is a real thing. Just look out for your kid. And if your kid's getting bullied, if you really want my advice, I would take my kid out of school if he's getting bullied. But that's just me. It just does something to your mental psyche. It makes you just really not healthy. I've read a lot of stuff about bullying, and just, I would take my kid out of that situation. Agree or disagree, whatever. But anyways, if you want more information on homeschooling, I'm going to put a link in the description so you can read more about it. And just know that there are opportunities like in your local area for homeschooling. There's like homeschool community groups. So you're not just like the weird homeschooler, like all by yourself, like trying to figure it out on yourself. There's like so many homeschool groups. And like when I moved, I was just like, oh my God, everybody's homeschooled. Do schools even exist around here? But so just don't feel like you're alone, and don't feel like your kid can't get socialized and into things. And just dive in deep, do your research, and I'll put a link in the description. And you guys have an amazing week, and I'll see you guys next week for episode 31. So crazy. Bye.